Hi everyone, welcome back to episode 2 of Apologetically Me. Yay! I'm
Yay.
Maggie.
I'm still Wanda.
Nice, still Wanda. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you
Okay.
too.
Let's go over some quarantine updates. What have you been up to? Anything cool?
Honestly, not really. I guess like positives. My cousin got his PR, like permanent residence in Canada.
Yay!
Yeah, which is pretty exciting because my mom's been working so hard with him on it. And she's like,
Hmm.
I finally completed my mission to my sister. But she did also wake
Aw.
me up at like 10 in the morning to tell me. And then she was like, oh, wait, don't you have class? So, what about you?
Um, what's positive? Oh, this podcast. I thought that was pretty positive. Um, Yeah, that this podcast has been a pretty positive thing so far. That's
I'm
it. That's all
glad.
I have to share.
Okay.
You already knew that. Anything cool you're watching on Netflix
um,
or Prime
so last
or
week
Disney?
we were talking about Empire Bling, and I just finished that. And wow, you should go watch it because what a roller coaster the last few episodes were.
Oh my god, okay, you finally finished. Can we talk about Kelly and Andrew for a second and
Yes.
how abusive Andrew is? It
If you
seems like he hits her like off camera.
Yes, I 100% like I don't want to say 100% because I don't want to assume what happens in their relationship. Like they might just play it up for the cameras and everything. But like that one Paris phone call, like how he got so aggressive, like
Oh
that's
my
not
god.
normal. If you think that their relationship is goals, I feel like you should leave your relationship.
And the fact that she was like, oh, this isn't the first time he's yelled at me before.
Yeah.
That is a huge red flag. If any person talks to you like that, like, no, you don't tolerate it. And the fact is, like, she's such like a cool businesswoman. Like, I was looking her up on Google the other day. She's an executive producer. She's co-founded so many companies of her own. Like, she's an investor. So she's a smart person. And the
And
fact that she's letting this white, skinny, unemployed, okay, he's not unemployed, but he like barely has a job,
yeah, his her mom
to
worries
boss
about
her
her
around.
finances.
Yeah, because he's he's like a trash person. Sorry, Andrew. I doubt you're listening, but Andrew, like, come on, get your shit together. You
Yeah.
can't go around talking to people like that.
I think he has like really like every time they went to therapy, they had like him or like the therapist would talk about how he has a lot of unresolved like issues with his parents. Like he doesn't want Kelly to leave him because like his parents left him or something, and now he's like projecting that onto Kelly.
That is so
So
not fair.
I guess something happened to him when he was younger. Like maybe his parents left him after he became the Red Power Ranger or something like that. I don't
Oh, you're not the Green Ranger. Sorry,
know.
we're disowning you.
I mean, to be fair though, like there's that whole curse. Like I think this was only the original Power Rangers, where like all of the Power Rangers except like for one either ended up dying or going to jail for a really long time. So I don't
What?
think it's good luck to be a Power Ranger. Oh, the other Asian, like the yellow Power Ranger, died in like
Yeah,
a car accident. So
yeah. The blue one was gay and he was bullied. Pink one was she's still the OG, I think. She came back in the Power Rangers movie.
oh, okay.
Um, I don't know if there's any other controversy with the other Power Rangers. Send
I
us an email if you know.
comment down below if you're on
If
YouTube.
you happen to be one of the Power Rangers, clarify this for us. Let us know in the comments. Smash that
Yeah.
subscribe button.
Please don't. Also, please reach out to us if you are the OG Power Ranger, though. We'd love to
We'd
interview
love to
you
have you on.
about the curse. But like other than that, you should definitely watch it because of like the whole drama with Christine and her husband. That was like absolutely shocking to me. I'm not going to say what it was exactly, but basically she bore a lot of his pain. And I'm just going
Yeah,
to
he
leave it at
sucks.
that. But like he's
He
also
sucks.
like he's not bad at the same time. Like I feel like they love each other in their own way, and I'm glad they have each other.
I think what a lot of it is, from my own experience too, like with an Asian conservative family, like they place a lot of value on the head of the family, like the first male.
Yeah.
So it's hard for the first male to talk back. Like he wants to make his wife happy, he wants to make his family happy. So I think he was put in a tricky situation,
Mm-hmm.
but now he has his own life. Like he started his own clinic. Like you should really like put up a united front together
Yeah.
and support your wife.
I think like part of it too is that like he's still so scared of his parents. Like even though he's so successful and everything and like he's like stable in his marriage and everything, like he doesn't like even his wife enables him too.
Yeah, because she also wants to be loved so much by his parents.
Yeah, which is very sad. She has her own issues with her family, so maybe that's why she's like, well, I have to cling to this own like I have to cling to my husband's family or else I have no one.
They're both like rich people have rich people problems, I think.
Yes.
Like they do have problems, but it's like problems that we will never relate to. Except for the whole fertility thing. I'm sure one day we'll get to there, but everything else like actually no, I take it back. Kevin and Kim had their own family issues that we also will never relate to because we
I mean,
know
you
who our
might
parents
relate
are.
to. Yeah, not us personally,
Yeah.
but you might relate to it.
Yeah,
Everyone
you the listeners might relate to it. So it's good that it touches on that.
um I've finished Superstore, well, like whatever's out, so up until season
You
5.
finished already? It just came out like
Mm.
last week.
I realized that I had actually watched like 20 like 19 of the episodes I think beforehand, so then I just had the 3 last episodes to go through, which like nothing really happened. The last 3 episodes are kind of bad. But like
Oh,
everyone says it's like The Office, but I think it's better than The Office. I think the jokes land better and it's more
I
socially aware.
I agree with that, but it's the same thing with The Office. Like they don't make me laugh that much. Sometimes actually Superstore makes me laugh a little bit more than The Office did.
Yes, I
The
agree.
Office is good, but I remember very clearly the one time I laughed very hard. And it was when Michael was leaving, spoiler alert. It was when Michael was leaving um, Thunder Mifflin to go pursue his life with Holly in Colorado, and he gave Oscar a parting gift, and it was like a scrunched up doll that you would give like a 2-year-old, and Oscar was like, "Oh, thanks so much. I will really value this." And Michael knows that Oscar. It was really meta. That's why I really liked it because Michael knows that everyone thinks he's an idiot. So he played into that, and he was just laughing the whole time. Anyways, you don't watch The Office, but it's okay.
So it's he's as dumb as he thinks he is. So I watched The Office. I've watched it like 2 or 3 times. I just don't find it funny.
Wait, what? Really?
Yeah, I've told you this
I didn't
multiple
know
times.
this.
I just don't find it that
I
funny.
thought you said you never watched it.
No, I've watched it like 3 times. Like through
Oh.
and through 3 times. It's one of those shows where you like everyone's like, "Oh, this is so funny. Like I make so many references off of it." And then so you have to like try it, right? Like some people make The Office their personality. So I had to try it. But then like I couldn't get into it. Like I just watched it like in passing and none of it made me laugh really. Like the CPR episode, sure, typical. And like
That's
I
a
guess
classic.
the ending was kind of cute when he came back and everything. But that's it.
All my kids grew up and married each other.
Ew.
I'm so surprised you watched The Office though, because last time we were talking about it, you said you never did.
No, I have. I
How did you?
because
Maybe
I can't say I don't like something if I didn't try it. Like especially if it's a TV show.
nice. That's fair. I enjoyed The Office. I think there's like a couple episodes that I can't watch every time I rewatch it because it's just so like cringy. Like I get so much secondhand embarrassment from it. You know that episode like Scott's Tots? Okay, so in the episode, Michael Scott, he visited this class full of little kids. And he promised them that if they graduated from high school, that he would pay for their college tuition. So the kids like worked really hard, and this was like a pretty like bad, I think, schooling area too. So there wasn't a high graduation rate. But he had promised them, "Do graduate high school, I'll pay for your tuition." And then like fast forward, like all the kids in the class were on track to graduate high school. And Michael Scott is like, shit, I don't have any money for this. Like I didn't realize how much it would be. I cannot afford this. So he has to go back into the class and tell them, like, I'm sorry, I can't like fulfill my promise to you, but I can pay for your books instead. And they're all like understandably very angry because
Yeah.
they're like, we worked so hard for this. And we had someone who cared for us, and now you just pull the rug up from under us. So understandably, that is a very tough episode to watch. I always skip it every time I rewatch it.
I can't believe that was like an episode idea. Like who out of all this like brilliant team of writers, who was like, yeah, this is great.
This is really gonna hook them in.
This is gonna definitely get the people going.
Maybe it just shows like Michael's. It shows that
Personality.
they're not like so 3D, maybe, or it shows that they're like normal people like us too. That he had good intentions. He just didn't think it all the way through.
Yeah, didn't have the follow through or the thought process to follow it through.
Oof.
Are you watching anything new?
Superstore, I'm still watching. The Great, I'm still watching.
Oh my gosh.
I'm sorry, each episode is so
It's like
long.
8
They're an
episodes
hour.
though.
There's 10 episodes actually. I'm on
Okay.
episode 8 now.
10's good. 10's a good
Oh,
episode.
I'm gonna start Wings Club very soon on Netflix.
It's on Netflix?
Yeah, it's on Netflix.
Oh my god. That was like so as a child, I loved the whole like transformation thing. Like
Me too.
Sailor Moon-esque Winx Club type thing. Like I loved when they transformed into their like ultra super bad guy fighting egos. Like I was like when I was younger, I was like, I want this to happen to me.
Oh, if only.
Yeah.
I didn't want to be a princess. I want to be a crime fighting fairy, okay?
But it was so cool because it was like the transformation and everything, and it was like how everything just like stuck to their body, and their outfits are so cute, and oh, good
Yeah.
times.
Um, I don't think it's gonna be very good. You know how like the CW adapts like Riverdale, Sabrina, and they make it really stupid?
Oh wait,
That's
is
what's gonna happen.
this is the Netflix adaptation version,
This
not
is the
like
Netflix
oh
adaptation.
I thought this was the OG.
This is not the OG. This
They
is
why
I'm
would
so sorry to crush your dreams.
oh my god. I read about it. I read about the non OG like sorry, I read about the Netflix adaptation. Apparently it's going to be very very dark.
Oh shit.
Like think about like
They
Riverdale type stuff, like where they made like a happy comic into like a dark.
I watched the first few episodes, and then I think after like 5 episodes, I was like, okay, this is gonna be a garbage show. I can't watch this anymore.
I remember reading something where Riverdale is just a social experiment to see if people will watch garbage as long as the people are attractive.
Looks like that experiment proved their hypothesis to be true. I mean, I do love garbage shows, like garbage reality shows,
Oh yeah,
I
for
think.
sure.
But it's just like shows like that where they actually have like a whole team of like writers, plot, like production going into it, or like made up stuff. It's like, wow, I do not want to watch this.
Yeah, it's why put so much effort into garbage when garbage writes itself?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, it's a plus that they have everyone like super hot. That's great.
Yeah.
Like they have oh, what's Kelly Ripa's husband's name? Mark Consuelos. Man, he's a good looking guy.
Is he I feel like he was in something else too.
I do not remember, but so Kelly Ripa like posted a side by side picture of Mark Consuelos and Brian Seacrest, and they look very similar to each other.
I don't see it.
Oh man, I wish I had the picture to show you. But they look very similar. They're both very attractive. I think Mark Consuelos is more attractive, but damn, Kelly Ripa,
Wow, they've
get
been
it, girl.
together the same amount of years that we've been alive.
Oh, damn, they old.
Yeah. You really can't tell. I always like I remember watching Kelly Ripa like on this show with like it was I think it was like her and her like pretend sister or something, and she's always like the crazy one, right? Like she's the one that parties a lot or whatever. Like that's kind of her typecast. But then like reading about her in like real life, she sounds like a cool person.
I went through a weird Kelly Ripa phase like last a year or two ago. Like I got really into her life. and I would watch her segments on YouTube, and I would follow all her kids on Instagram. Just the one, I guess, because the other two are private accounts. But yeah, they lead very cool lives.
I
They
bet. I
seem
mean,
like a very grounded family.
she's definitely not, well, she's definitely well off.
Yeah. Oh my
So,
god, they have such beautiful kids too. Like,
yeah,
holy crap.
those genes mixed well.
Yeah.
This is why you need inter-race mixing.
What if you interrace and you had ugly kids?
I mean, that's also possible. I'm not saying it's
Oh.
foolproof. I'm just saying that, like, the chances are higher because, like, the whole, like, you're supposed to expand the gene pool or whatever. It's biology.
Yeah. Yes. Great. This is a science podcast now.
You learn something new every day.
Okay, introducing our next segment is called What the Beef, our beef of the week. This is beef with our friends, family, strangers, whoever we want it to be. We will hide their identity for the purpose of this podcast to not call them out. But this is for us to take a second to share our beef. Wanda, you're up first.
So my beef of the week is one of our friends. It's a he. His name starts with a B. And this person continuously seems to think that this, I guess, like bubble tea place, it's called Chat Time, that's by us, would deliver to the next city over. But it does not, because it's like over a 20-25 minute drive and it just doesn't happen. And it's like he consistently thinks things are one way, even though when people tell him that he's wrong, he still will not admit to the fact that he is wrong. I don't know why. And like on top of all of that, he thinks that using an umbrella is feminine. So he doesn't use one.
Okay, wait. To the first one, to be fair, my conversation with him, we both did not understand each other.
Yes.
He was saying to me that location delivered to everywhere that the location reaches.
Which is a dumb thing. Like that's like saying our delivery zone is in our delivery zone. Like that doesn't mean anything. Like he just said something that was so completely useless to like giving you any type of information.
He just wants to talk to talk.
Yeah.
But it's like, funny because you didn't even have this conversation with him, but you're beefing with him.
Because like I went to go check because you told me, you're like, oh, if you go look at their website, like there's free delivery or whatever, like they might deliver here. So I went to go check it, and now I'm like all upset about it because I wanted it, and then like the expectation that I couldn't get, like I couldn't get it. So I was like angry. Do you want me to have beef with you instead?
No.
No, but this is not the first time he's done this. Like he doesn't communicate well online, and like there's so many misunderstandings that happen, but also he constantly thinks that places deliver to other places and doesn't understand why like they don't.
B has also done me dirty at least 5 times because he always thinks he finds like a great all-you-can-eat sushi place, and he's always like, oh, they have sashimi at lunch. And I'm like, oh shit, if you're an all-you-can-eat place and you have sashimi at lunch, like, sorry, you're losing money. Like, this is where I go to win my money back.
Yeah.
So I'm super down to go. And he's done this to me like 3 times. The first place we go to does not have sashimi. It's pretty garbage sushi. And then the second time he tries to bring me back to the same place and says again, they have sashimi at lunch. And I'm like, dude, I'm not going to fall for it again. Like, who do you think I am? Why do you keep wanting to go here? It sucks.
I would like to just add on to that there's this like chain place, I guess, all you can eat sushi place near us, and Maggie insists that the next city over's chain has more stuff than the one that's near us. But every single time we've gone, none of it is true. They don't have they don't have the things that Maggie talks about. They don't have this at lunch. They don't have like this at dinner or something.
They keep doing that. They keep making me look bad. But every time I go there with my brother, they have completely different things than like the one our city has.
Well, seems very convenient.
Okay. My new beef is with I'm not going to beef the sushi place. They're closed right now. I can't beef with them.
Yeah, support your local sushi place.
Support your local businesses in general, please.
Yes.
Okay, so my beef of the week is with my brother, Nick.
You're
He knows
you're
what he
not.
did. I'm not even gonna dox him. This is his name, guys. You can follow him on his Twitch stream, I guess. It's Torque. Like it's supposed to be a physics joke. TAURQ_. I'll do a plug for him. But he's my beef of the week. Maybe my beef forever, actually. Oh my god. So like unrelated story. He originally had his Twitter handle as imperfect pitch, and I was telling my friend this, and she was like, "Wait, what? Why would he have his name that?" And she looks up and sends me a screenshot, and she thought I said imperfect bitch.
Also,
And I was
a
like,
name we went through for our podcast.
another cool podcast name. You're right. And I thought that was really funny. He changed it back to Torque or whatever it is.
I don't get it. Can you explain to me what the joke is?
It's supposed to be a physics joke, like torque, like TOURQ. Don't I think that's how you spell it. But anyways, it's like the torque of like a car,
Okay, and
It's like a physics thing. Well, that's I don't know. That's just what he wanted to make his username. It's not a joke. There's no
okay.
joke there.
Oh, I thought it was
Oh
like
my
a play on words or something.
no. I don't know enough about physics and puns to make a joke there. But anyways, he got mad. Oh, yeah. So he got mad about a humidifier. And he says that his nose is too clogged up in where he sleeps. And we're like, okay, cool. Like we have a whole system for this to help out your nose. And he's like, no, I need a whole new system for my nose. I need something else. And because of this one argument, he hasn't been speaking to me or my mother this entire week.
What?
This entire week he's been ignoring us because he says he needs his space. And he tried to ban us from his area of the house.
You're clogging up his humidifier.
Apparently. So he's my beef of the week. There's no joke here. He's just the beef of the week. Submit me your comments if you agree that he's being dumb.
I mean, I can see him being dumb. To be fair, he does not make the best decisions. If you do go check out his Twitch, he got severely drunk on Twitch with all of his friends on Discord being like, "Oh my god, no, don't do that. Stop this. You don't need to do this."
It was because someone gifted him like 10 subs or something.
Yeah, but
and he was like, "All right, I'm gonna do it."
It was entertaining, and I think a lot of people watched.
Did you watch it?
I skimmed it.
Oh, okay.
I like the parts where his friends were like, "Oh my god, Nick, stop! You don't need to do this. Stop!" And he's like, "Well."
You've seen that Vine where it's like this guy kicking, and his friends around him saying, "Zach, stop! Zach, stop!" And then at the end, it's just him putting his hands in the air, and the police are surrounding him.
I don't get it. I don't think I've seen it.
Okay, it's fine. I'll show you later.
It's fine.
It's fine.
Okay, with that being said, moving on to today's topic, diets, fab or fad. Starting off, what was your experience with weight?
Bad. It's been bad since the day I was born. I think there's a tweet out there that's like, your number one hater is your mom. Your first hater is your mom.
Yes, and then your second one is yourself.
Yes.
Because she did that to you.
I don't know. I think it was just like Asian culture, I think specifically, is very like they put looks as a very high priority. Like you have to be pale, you have to be skinny,
yeah,
you have to be pretty. Like there are just things where it's like, dude, chill. I'm just trying to grow my bones here. Like, I can't focus on all that right now.
Yeah, it's kind of dumb that they like stress it so hard. It's like after you pass like 2 years old. No, no, not even that. Have you ever seen like those situations where like if it's a girl baby and they take it to like their friends and family or something, they're like, "Oh, like your baby's so chubby and everything. Like, what are you feeding it?" But if it's a boy baby, then they're like, "Oh, this is good fortune, good luck, and everything."
Oh, he's so strong.
Yeah.
And it's like, yo, fuck you. Like, I just carried this baby for 9 months. Don't call my baby fat.
Yeah, but like the baby's like a year old, maybe even less. Like they
like, sorry, I'll start my diet when I'm 2.
Yeah. but it starts so young, like especially like in Asian culture, like it's just always about like this like set of things that you have to meet. Like no one
Yeah.
cares about your personality. If as long as you're pretty, like you fall into the standard, you could be the worst person in the world and they'll still respect you.
Yeah, for sure. I think I was always compared to other skinny girls, like, growing up, so that made it, like, super tough
Yeah.
on, like, my self-esteem, on, like, everything, but even, like, the things I would eat as a kid, it's like, "Oh, I'll just have half of this." Like, "Oh, I'll sub out for this, like, healthier dessert," or something like that, like, I would unconsciously do that
Mhm.
until I got, like, thin for, like, a brief period of time, but then, like, I think after that, and when I got, like, my driver's license, like, I had some freedom from my parents. Like, I think I went a little crazy with eating, and I would always be eating like super unhealthy foods. Like I never had a balance.
Yeah.
Not until the age of maybe 20, 23, 24, which is much too late, guys. If you can adopt a healthy diet, do it now. But I think it was tough. Like I've always been fluctuating in weight for so long.
Mhm.
And now where I'm finally like on a fitness journey, I think it's great so far. I set little goals for myself. Oh, my positive thing, I lost not a great brag, but for me it's great, 6 pounds. I think that's great for me. Gonna start
Nice.
being nicer to myself. Um, so I think it's never too late to start a good weight loss journey. It's never too late, but start early if you can. If you're watching this, always put in some exercise.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, sometimes like you don't need to start a weight loss journey. Like
Yes.
sometimes
Just that be
you
healthy journey.
are, yes, you are
Redacted.
you're perfectly sometimes you're just perfectly fine and then it's you yourself that's putting these like constraints of like, oh, I just need to lose 5 more pounds, or like I just need to hit this weight to be happy. And it's like this is just the whole like moving goalpost thing. Like you're never actually
Yep.
going to get to that like if you're
Mhm.
constantly in that mindset, you're never going to get there. When you get there, you're never going to be happy. So it's like
Yeah.
we want you to be healthy.
You
Just
want I think the huge thing too is try to love yourself, like, no matter what stage you are at. Like, I think a huge thing is to stop your comparing yourself to a past you, or like,
yeah.
oh, like back when I was like this age, I was so thin, I should have taken advantage of it. Or like, oh, I'm not going to treat myself to this. I'm not going to go out and do things until I hit this goal weight or until I look a certain way.
Yeah.
I think it's just really important to love yourself at no matter what stage, because who knows what's going to happen tomorrow? Like, you could die,
Yeah.
COVID could get worse.
Yeah, because like I remember like I think like my first like experience with like weight loss kind of thing, because I was always like I've always been chubby like all of my life. So like I think it was like constant like I guess battering from like my parents and everything. Like, oh, have you like just tried eating less? Have you done
Oh my
this? Like you're just
God.
so chubby kind of thing. And so in grade 7, my parents were like, if you can lose like 25 pounds, we'll buy you a new iPhone, which is how I got my first iPhone.
What
But
the hell?
um the way that I did it, because I was like in grade 7, I was probably like 11 years old. I didn't eat at all. Like every single day, I think I had like a diet Pepsi or like two diet Pepsis and maybe like a
Oh my
few like
God.
vegetables. And that's all I did. But like the weight came off so fast because I,
Because you were starving
yeah,
yourself.
exactly. Because I was not taking in like, I was probably taking in like 100 to 200 calories a day. Like I was probably like very unhealthy,
Oh my
but
God.
I
How did you
lost
not
20,
die?
I know, right? Like looking back at it now, it's like it's insane to me. Like because it's like I don't know how I survived. Like I was constantly hungry, obviously, but I lost 25 pounds in like a few weeks, which is insane because you should not be losing that much weight that quickly. But I got my iPhone and then like I quickly like fluctuated back to my original weight, and then like I went like I even higher. And then like I think the last time like I did it, like the last time I lost weight as well, like I think I lost like up somewhere between like 50 pounds, I think, in like third year, second or like third year esque, because like a lot of drinking, being on your own in like university, the freshman 15 is very real. Um, but like I still like I started like slowly cutting calories, but then I wasn't seeing like the results I wanted to see. Cause I was like in the beginning, like when you're bigger, you tend to drop weight quicker, right? Like you drop like 5 pounds of weight, just because like you haven't exercised really in the past, or you haven't like really cut calories in the past or watched what you're eating. So like weight comes off really quickly. And then it gets to the point where it's a lot slower progress. So then you try to cut calories even more. So like I think at the like worst of it, I was eating like maybe like 800 to like 1,000 calories a
Oh
day,
my
and your body
god.
gets used to it. So then your metabolism is worse. But also because like you're female, you need like at least like 1,200. I would even say almost like 1,400 calories.
Yeah, I think 1,200 is still too low.
Yeah, to like sustain yourself every day. So like my nails were really brittle, my hair was like falling out. Like just I was constantly cold all the time. Like
Oof.
and then like all the hormonal issues that came with that and everything. So like if you do it, please be like please love yourself, I guess, in the process. Like now I think like I'm a lot healthier in what I do. Like I just watch what I eat, make healthier decisions, I exercise, like I tend to try to not go on the scale anymore, because I think this is like I don't want to look at it and being like, oh, I'm not losing weight every week. Like that I think was like really bad for my mentality, especially cuz like I'm going to like I was going to the gym. That like a lot of muscle gain, like you tend to see as weight gain in some cases. So like you don't want to like if you're trying to go to the gym and you're trying to build muscle, you don't want to look at the scale and be like, oh, well, I'm gaining weight. So like I need to step up cardio and not do weight training anymore, because weight training is good. You build muscle, you burn more calories if the more muscle you have, et cetera, et cetera. So if that's something that works for you, I know a lot of people preach it as well. But in general, do not cut your calories below 1,200. It is very bad for you, especially if you're female.
And we are not by any means certified nutritionists,
Yes.
but please consult a nutritionist before pursuing any extreme diets or cutting your calories too intensely.
Yeah.
So, what I heard was a good thing, and correct me if I'm wrong, is that you go online and you look up what your total daily energy expenditure is. Your TD, there's a formula on there. They ask for your weight, height, gender, all that kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
And they give you like a set amount, and you're supposed to subtract 500 from that, and that should be how much your cut or your daily calories.
It depends. Like, I guess it's like what your goal is every single week. Like, if it's like in the beginning, I would still do it like more gradually too. Like, getting used to, I guess, like tracking calories is like the first step, because that's not easy either.
I hate
Um,
tracking calories.
because yeah, you tend to miss stuff, or like it's just like you forget about it, or like it's
Hmm.
annoying, or like if you go out to eat, like you don't know how much is in this like piece of sushi.
Hmm.
So like yeah, like it depends on like what your, I guess, goal is. Like 500, if you're eating like 2,500 calories, 500 isn't going to do a lot. But if you're eating like but if your like TDE is like 1,500 or something, for example, like you're just very small, then 500 is probably going to break you. So like I guess it's
Yeah.
go
So
slowly.
be mindful. Consult a
Yeah.
nutritionist. Love yourself.
Yeah. Just go like don't just go dive headfirst into anything, I think is like the best advice.
What do you think about all those extreme diet, not extreme, but all those like trendy diets out there, like keto, intermittent fasting, what's another one? There's like
Paleo, Whole
oh god.
30. I think
There's so many trendy diets out there these days.
yeah. I mean,
I
at
can't
least
even keep up.
this isn't even like talking about like the skinny teas and everything.
Oh
Don't
my
take
god.
those.
The Kardashian approved skinny teas to take when you're pregnant too.
Terrible. Do not take those. You don't need it. But I think I think keto definitely works for some people, but I don't like it when people recommend diets that work for them that is not going to work for you. Like I think my mom's like coworker who lost like 30 pounds on keto and something, and she was like the coworker to my mom was like, you have to do keto. Like you're just gonna lose so much weight. It's gonna come off so easily. But my mom like eats so many carbs. Like she loves fruits. She loves like rice and like breads and desserts and everything. Like there's no way that she's going to be able to do keto. and like she doesn't understand it, but she's like, I'm gonna do keto now. I'm like, do you know what keto is? And she's like, yeah, I just eat like more like avocados and stuff. And I'm
Your
like, you
mom's
don't
already so skinny.
yeah, but you know the whole like she's not skinny enough. She's like, look at this flub that's on my stomach.
Oh my god, it's natural.
Yeah, like I think she got to a point where I think it was 2 summers ago where her legs were like so thin that it like they're almost like stick like. And I was like, Mom, you need to gain weight.
Oh my god.
Yeah. It's like terrifying sometimes because like she would be wearing shorts and I'm like, oh my God, your legs look so thin. And like I felt like I could like just snap her.
Oh,
She she was like 5'3", 100 and like maybe like 5 pounds at the time.
Jesus.
Yeah, tiny. What about
I blame Asian culture.
yes, 100%.
It will not go away.
What about you? What's your thoughts on these
On
trends?
on these
Trendy.
extreme diets.
Yeah.
I know people who have gone on keto diets, and while it does work for them, it's a short-term solve, I think.
Yeah.
And I was talking to like my friend about this too, and she was saying like she's had a previous history with eating disorders.
Hmm.
Oh, and I saw on TikTok too that people were like, when you have a previous history with eating disorders, like you latch onto new diet trends like very quickly, so it's very unhealthy.
Yeah.
So while you do see like the immediate results of it, you don't see the long term effects because like you bounce back, like you go through withdrawal or something like that.
Hmm.
But it doesn't stick. Like you need to find something that works for you. And
Definitely.
these new diet trends are maybe not it for everyone.
Yeah.
Also, I don't like watching people on keto eat. I think it's kind of gross. Not
It's
to shame them, but it's like all fats and proteins, right?
yeah.
Ugh.
I find that it gets greasy after a while. Like if you just eat like a meal that's very like high in fat and high in protein kind of thing. But like if it like I know it does work for some people. Like it won't work for me because I love potatoes. Like
Ugh.
I love desserts. Like I bake a lot now during quarantine, so it's like I don't know what I would do if I couldn't eat the things I made.
I just love carbs.
Yeah, exactly. So it's like like I've tried IF in the past, like that's been pretty good. Like I still because I did it in the past, like a lot of the same habits have carried over, I guess. Like I just don't get hungry in the mornings anymore.
Yeah.
So like I just don't eat until like 2 or 3 o'clock. And then like I eat till like a little bit later, but it's not like I'm controlling. Like I'm not like, oh, I'm going to eat within this certain time frame, or I'm not going to eat with this within like this time frame, or whatever. It's just like listening to my body.
I think that's good. It's
Yeah.
always good, I think, intuitive eating.
Yes.
I am also doing intermittent fasting. I started last year like, when work from home started, and it was so tough. Like I was following like all those stupid TikTok advice where they're like, "Oh, like help your stomach out in the morning. Take a shot of apple cider vinegar mixed with water."
Oh,
And I was like, "Okay, I'll do it."
that's good. That I
It doesn't
remember.
help.
I remember reading about that, and if you take it first thing in the morning, it could burn your stomach lining
Oh
because
god.
it's
Yeah, you're
so
supposed to dilute it with water.
yes, but even if you dilute it with water, it could like leave effects on your stomach if you
Well,
like have
rip
it
to
first
my
thing in the
stomach.
morning. Like it's rare because you're diluting it, but it's like it's not 100% good for you.
Yikes.
But I know a
Well,
lot of Victoria's Secret models do it, so
oh god. I do want to be Victoria's Secret model, but not like this. I don't think I ever will be one. Maybe if they had one that was like a little bit downgraded, like Maggie's Secret.
when you create your own company.
Maggie's Secret. Not a ripoff of Victoria.
Yeah, no.
But yeah, intermittent fasting like I do now. Like I'll eat at yeah, I'm not hungry in the mornings anymore either. Like I'll try to avoid snacking too.
Hmm.
So I'll just have like my 2 meals, lunch, dinner. That's it. And I'll try not to calorie count for like veggies and like healthy stuff because I'm
Hmm.
like, okay, this is good. Like I need to be more mindful of what I'm eating anyways. And I do try to go low carb, but I it's a short life. If I
Yeah.
want to eat some noodles, I'm gonna eat some noodles.
I think that is the best advice. Like if there's like don't be too
It's a
controlling
short
with
life. I'm
yourself.
gonna die soon
Yeah.
anyways.
If you sometimes want to eat those noodles, just eat those noodles. Like it's okay.
Yeah. Also, I haven't been doing any weight training for the past like month. because I've been working so much. So
Damn.
I'm like, I can feel myself losing muscle. I've been doing nothing. Like my weight loss is because I lost muscle.
I feel this. Like every like when the gyms were open for a short period of time, like my butt was rounder, like my arms looked good, and then like now, like the other day I looked in the mirror and I was like, "Oh, my butt has deflated from before." Even though I still kind of do like at home weight training stuff
It's
with
not
like
the same.
it's not the same. It's just like there's the progression that happens when you're at the gym. Like and I can't buy gym equipment because it's like 10x the price it used to be before
Oh my
quarantine.
god, yeah.
And I
I wanted
refuse to
to
be ripped
get,
off.
you know, those dumbbells. I forget what they're called, but like they have like a lot of weights on them and you just change the
Mm-hmm.
number on them. I wanted to get one of those, but they're like $200 for
Yeah.
one weight. That's insane. $200? Like, no, I'm gonna save that money
If
for
you get
something else.
if you get one of those like even just like regular like multi-pack dumbbells, like there's like a 5, 10, 15 kind of thing. I think those are like 80 to $100 now.
Holy crap.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like
no
the price of yeah,
thanks.
no. I'm
I find that like even when I do home workouts, like I feel the burden more when I go to the gym. Like after the gym, I'm very sore. When I'm at home, I'm like, maybe I didn't push myself enough today, but I'm like still doing like the same weights or something like that. So it's very weird.
yeah, I definitely feel that. Like, oh, so on this topic, what is your favorite quarantine exercise?
Oh, this is someone who I love so much. It's a YouTuber who specializes in dance hit workouts. She calls them hit hops. It's MK Fit. She is also Canadian. She makes really fun dance workouts that I love. I haven't done them in a while, but like they're great. Like she's so energetic. Like she teaches you two moves, and you don't have to like try to keep up with the moves, but because like you do it 3 times, like you know what's gonna come next. And that's what I really like because every
Mhm.
time I watch dance YouTubers, I'm like, dude, I don't know what you're doing right now. It's hard for me to keep up.
Yeah.
So she like takes the time to show you what it does. Her thing is like wrong and strong, like do whatever you think is right for you. Um, she does like modifications for jumps if you don't want to do that on your knees. So she's really great. Um, but there's also like other YouTubers. I've tried like all the trendy YouTubers, like the workout ones. I've tried Chloe Ting. I've tried. I think her name is Mad Fit. She's also Canadian.
Mhm.
Heather Robertson. Alexis Red had a thigh one that was pretty cool. Ab one, sorry. Yeah, I've tried almost all of them. Like they're all pretty good. Not for Chloe Ting, sorry.
Wait, you tried it or you didn't try it or
I
you don't
did
like
try
it?
it and I gave up after 3 days.
Yeah.
So she has this program, like the 14-day total body shred. And like I saw YouTube reviews where people like literally shrunk, but
I
it's brutal.
I
It's
don't
so boring.
so I did those for like 14 days. Like I did like her whole program or whatever and nothing happened. So I was like,
What?
okay.
Are you
Like
serious?
yeah, like so all those things that you
And
see
you
on
never
YouTube
told me this? Dude, you waited at least 3 days.
it was like like you see those things and you get so motivated to do those, right? And then like nothing happens and you're like, well, I'm giving up now. Like it
Give me
really
my money back.
depends. It really depends on like I guess you and your genetics and stuff because people just like slim down just like this. But then
That's
other
insane.
yeah.
I saw reviews too where people were saying they lost their figure and now instead of looking like their normal hourglass, they look like a door frame. So they were really upset about that. And I was like, oh, I didn't even know that was a thing that could happen in 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Um, but I just personally found like Chloe Ting's programs to be like very long
Hmm.
and they weren't fun for me. Like a
Yeah.
huge thing of working out is like it's my escape, right? It's like I'm going to
Yeah.
enjoy it. It's going to be a good sweat. But the Chloe Ting one, I was like, wow, this sucks. I'm just waiting for the timer to go off to change.
Yeah. It eventually just becomes to like I'm just waiting. I'm just waiting. Come on, let's do this. Like how long can I really hold this plank or like those up down things that everyone hates as well?
Okay.
I think like so like she I tried like I did her stuff like way like maybe like a year or two ago and then like my favorite right now same with you like is MK Fit. I
Nice.
absolutely do her Just Dance workout. It's my absolute favorite. it's like you do cotton. There's like a Cotton Eye Joe in it.
Oh my
I
god.
love it so much.
Did you
Like
have Just Dance?
I don't, but I want to buy it now. So because of this, I might start doing like go look up YouTube videos on like Just Dance, like when people just like film it and stuff and post it and just start doing those because like the music is so fun.
I played it before. I had the Xbox version, like Dance Central, that I really liked too. But Just Dance was something I never had. But it looks cool.
Yeah. So it's like I think I might that's like my logical next step, but like maybe I won't like it as much because it's like, oh, I'm gonna have to learn like I mean like pay attention and learn new moves and everything, which like you kind of talked about as well.
It's fun, I think, if you have someone with you.
Yeah, that's fair.
So get your mom, dad, or Jordan to join you.
It's I always try to pull my mom into workouts and she always gives up. Like she always
Nice.
like okay, so I'd be working out in like the living room and stuff, and then she'd like see me and she'd like laugh at me as I'm like working out kind of thing. And then I get her to do it, and then she's like, "Oh, I can't anymore. It's too hard. I'm nauseous."
That's so funny.
And it's like, "Oh, so you're not laughing anymore, huh?"
So you would say MK Fit is your favorite quarantine workout, or do you have
Yeah.
any other ones?
So I think my number one right now is MK Fit, but then in like early like last year March-ish, I think I really got into like Pop Sugar stuff.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Pop Sugar like boxing I really liked. And then I also got into like Zumba, I think. It was like not okay, but it's not the type of Zumba that you think it is. It's like hardcore uh pop like they did like two things for Pop Sugar and it's like Zumba where you do moves to the beat of this song. So but it's like very aggressive, like almost like boxing like training. Like I did it once and I threw out my back.
Oh my god.
And I couldn't
This is not a good testimonial.
like I think I just overdid it, but like you get so like into it and it's so intense that you're like, yes, I'm a warrior. Like,
Damn.
you know? So like I mean that was the only time that happened. Like after like I've done it many times after that and it never happened again. I think I just like moved the wrong way. But I was like out for like 2 weeks.
Jeez. I really liked Pop Sugar once too. I remember so the main instructor Anna, there's a few episodes where she's like very pregnant in them and she's still like doing the workouts. And I'm like, what the hell? I'm doing your modifications and I'm like breathing so hard and you're just
Yeah.
like casually burning through them while you're pregnant. Like, what the hell, Anna?
Yeah, she was like 6 or like 7 months pregnant at that time. Like she was
She's just
big.
there, like, yeah, okay, I'll do these burpees.
Yeah, and she was just like, "Oh, modifications." Like she was just like so happy. She's so optimistic. If you're watching this on YouTube, we'll try to link a few of our favorite, I guess, workouts from quarantine, and then you can like try them out.
Yes. Yeah, and let us know what you think, or if you have any recommendations.
Yes.
Do you, so at what age did you start going to the gym? Like, when did you discover
Uh, fifth year, so that would have been like two. Last last year was. I don't have a concept of time
it? I
right now.
think,
It was e
so 2017, I
I
think, is when you got into it?
okay, so I graduated in 2019, so which means I would have gotten into it November 21st, 2018.
Oh, okay.
And like I don't know what happened. I was just like so I met like I guess like I started hanging out with like different people. Like this is when I met like Jordan and like Matt and everything. Oh, I shouldn't say their names, should
Too late.
I?
Disclaimer, Jordan is Wanda's boyfriend, and Matt is Wanda's boyfriend's best friend.
Nice. That's exactly how you should say it. The backstory to that is that when me and Maggie visited LA, because Matt works in LA, he referred to me not as his friend, even though I've known him since like first year of university. He referred to me as like the girlfriend. And I was like, wow,
Ooh,
this is
this
like
is a, what's the opposite of promotion?
demotion.
Demotion, demotion, right?
And it's like we've hung out so many times. We like We spent like 2-3 weeks in Vancouver together. Like, and I wasn't even a
No,
friend. I was
no,
just a friend of a friend's.
you're just there.
Yeah. But anyways, so like I started hanging out with like new people, and they were doing this like challenge thing where they would go to the gym every single morning at like 6 a.m. and they like if one person didn't go, or like, okay, so I think it was at the end of 3 months or something, if one of them looked worse than the other, like if one of them was like much more jacked or whatever, they would have to give the other person $1,000. So
So you joined it for the money
no,
originally.
no, no. I didn't actually like. I didn't join it for the money, but I heard of this bet. I tried to remake this bet with Jordan, but he won't make it with me because he's like, you're just like. So I went to the gym every single day almost in like my last year of university because I didn't have anything really much else to do. So like all I did was like go to the gym, and like it became like my
Your personality.
yeah, which stop, you're attacking me. But I didn't join in, but like I started like I went for like a run once, and then like I started going to the gym just to do cardio because like the gym is scary and you don't know what you're gonna like. It's like there's so many muscle heads at the gym and everything, and you feel like everyone knows what they're doing and everything, and they're gonna judge you, whatever. And like people always say like no one's looking at you, but that's not true. I think people do look at you, but I think you just have to get over that and go with people maybe that you like, trust and that can like help you, or like you can I guess watch tutorial videos. Oh, number one recommendation, Jeff Nippard. He has excellent Technique Tuesday videos about how to do like the big major compound lifts like deadlift, squats, overhead press, like all of those things. Like if you want good technique, watch his videos. But yeah, started going for cardio, then like slowly got into weights and everything. And then, and what was the original question? When did I start going?
Yeah.
Yeah, I started like that's how I started. I went every single day of 5th year, like, and then I was like, okay, this is not sustainable. Like, I cannot work out every single day. So then I cut it down like 5 days a week, and then like 4 days a week. Um, and I've been going by myself now.
Do you regret not starting earlier, or do you think you started at a good time?
I think I do regret not starting earlier. I always like saw the gym as like this like wonderful place. Like, cause when you see things on Instagram and you see these girls at the gym and everything, and they like lift all heavy and like they look great and everything, you're like, oh, I wish I could do that. But I think it was always like the fear of not being perfect at something holding me back. So I feel like if I got over that quicker, or if like I had people to entice me to go to the gym, I would have done it sooner. And I wish I'd done it sooner. Maybe like 3rd year, maybe 2nd year, 2nd or 3rd year.
Yeah.
What about
I
you?
think so. I started like a little bit after you, so you have to take the credit for me going to the gym
Nice.
because I did want to go, but I was always so intimidated by it. And I was like, oh, I just like don't know what to do. Like I don't know where to start. People are gonna laugh at me. They're gonna think I'm stupid. Or worse, like they're gonna try to show me how to do everything. Like a bunch of strangers mansplaining things to me. I guess it's not mansplaining if I don't know what I'm doing. But still, that was like a fear of mine. But so I got like the 2 week trial, and like you showed me the ropes, and we did that thing where you did a workout on the machine, and then I did that right after you.
Yeah.
And even though that doubled your workout time, I really appreciate that you took the
Oh.
time to show me everything. And that like really opened the doors for me to the gym and like working out and like the start of my health journey. So
Aw.
that was good. Um, but now I feel like because I haven't gone in so long, I do need to go. Like the last time I went was when was our the pre-lockdown before gyms were closed?
It would have been from like October to like December.
I went with my brothers for his plus one. Um, but even then, when I went, like I had to have someone else too. So like we did the same thing where he would just show me like his routine, and I just copied him whatever he was doing.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but even before that, I would prefer to go to like the women's gym
Mm-hmm.
because I was like, oh, okay, like I can do whatever I want. Like no one will judge me here. It's like a safe zone, and it's usually emptier than the main area.
I
So that's where I went.
prefer the alternative. I think I like going to the main area better. There's like more choices on weights and stuff.
I'm not that strong, so
I mean,
it's okay.
it's not about that. There's just like more choices for like machines and stuff too.
Yeah.
And like I find that like um so the gym that I went to, the women's only section, a lot of women would do circuits and they would take up a lot of equipment at the same
Mm-hmm.
time. And like I like there's a few times that I went to the women's only section where like people would get angry at the fact that like these women were taking up like four different weights, like two different machines, like two different benches and stuff, and be like, "Are you done yet? Are you done yet?" Because there's not that much equipment down there, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's fair.
So that's like I don't like. I like going when it's empty, and I like middle of the day type of thing around lunch if I can, or like yeah, I think my prime time for gym is between 1 p.m. to 3:30 p.m.
Well, any stalkers out there, now you know.
And like I get so like routined into that and now like I lost a lot of it and sad. But going back to the whole mansplaining thing, there was this one time me and Maggie I think went to the gym together and um we were doing I guess like leg curls or something and this guy comes over and he's like, you know that you can move this like seat back, right? And I was like, oh, we tried like it's pretty hard to move, so we just didn't bother, and it's not really affecting us. But he's like, no, 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 let me do it. And then he just like continuously insisted that like it's like this is how you do it, kind of like let me show you how to do it, kind of thing. It's like it it's not that big of a deal. Like the
I don't think
word
he even ended up moving it. He was like, "Oh,
no,
that's it's stuck."
yeah,
We're
like
like,
that's
"Yeah, that's what we said."
yeah, and it's like, well, I don't know why you felt the need to do this. I want to say it's a safe place, but it's like
But it could happen.
it could happen. I think like if people try to talk to you or like try to show you something, just be like, it's okay, I got it. Like just kind of shut them down as best as you can. Or just pretend you don't hear them.
Yeah. Wear your headphones.
Yeah. Just wear headphones, tap on the headphones, be like, sorry. Unless they're like
Yeah.
asking you for something, like, oh, like, are you using that? Like,
Yeah, I think
don't.
that's the only acceptable time you should be talking to anyone at the gym. Like that's your own time and space. Like if you're gonna talk to someone, ask us like unless you really need to. You don't really need to show someone like how to do things properly.
Yeah.
Like don't do that. Unless someone's asking for help, then
Yes.
obviously help them.
If
But
you
other than
see
that,
someone being crushed by a bar when they're benching,
no, don't help them. Mind your own business.
do not look the other direction. They could die. But I mean, like in all other instances, like if they're not asking for help, you don't need to give it. And also, don't try to hit people up at the gym because I watched that
That's so
happen,
creepy.
and
Oh
it's
my god,
so creepy.
you're wearing a mask. How can you hit on anyone? Like, it's very deceiving to see the first half of your face. Like, obviously, the first half looks great. You don't know about the second half. You need to see the whole thing.
Yeah, exactly. I get to cover like so many pimples and stuff now with my
Yeah, it's pretty
mask.
great.
Yeah, because like I usually get them on my chin, and like now they're like with this, like you can't see it.
It's like, no need for makeup. Bye, Sephora.
Yeah, honestly, I haven't bought makeup in so long.
Which introduces us to the next topic of, oh man, I wish I had another sound, but celebrity updates with Maggie. Woo!
Okay, hit
Okay.
me.
Okay, the first one we're going to talk about is Olivia Rodrigo and her song Driver's License. So, just some background information. Olivia, she is the star of High School Musical, the series, which is actually a really good show on Disney Plus. I really recommend it. But she's 17 years old. Her co star, Joshua Bassett, is 20 years old. And they apparently had a thing. And I guess they broke it off. And he was rumored to be seeing Sabrina Carpenter, who was 21 years old. So Olivia, being a true queen, she writes a song, she releases it. I personally don't like the song that much. I think it's okay. But the lyrics were like, oh, you're probably with that blonde girl who's always made me feel so insecure. She does not bash Sabrina Carpenter in any single way at all. And she's just, if anything, like, oh, Sabrina Carpenter's so pretty. Like, she's so great. And then Sabrina Carpenter, I don't know if she just happened to have this song or if this was actually in response to Driver's License, but Sabrina Carpenter releases the song Skin, where she's basically like, yeah, you can't get under my skin. I'm fucking your man. Ha.
Aggressive.
Yeah. So everyone right now is like piling up against Sabrina Carpenter. So everyone's still trying to figure out, was this a publicity stunt? Was this something she had pre-recorded? Like, how could she make a song in 2 weeks like that so quickly? What's
Yeah.
going on here?
It feels like now that like how fast the timeline, I guess, like how fast she released her song after Olivia Rodriguez released her song, I feel a bit suspicious. Like it feels a little bit like a publicity stunt.
Yeah, also a
So
poor song to release.
yeah, like I don't know, like I'd be really fast though. Like hearing the song, recording it, and producing it, and getting it
And it's
out in
like,
two
oh, I
weeks.
got the perfect song.
Realistically though, like if it's not publicity, like why are you beefing with a 17-year-old if you're 21? Like when I was 21, I didn't even care about 17-year-olds. No
Yeah,
offense.
it felt illegal to be caring about 17-year-olds because you just graduated high school.
Yeah, you're barely graduating high school.
Maybe it's because like they're all kind of famous, like celebrities. They don't live in the same timeline that we
Yeah.
do, where they're like for us, like back then it was like very clear if you were still in high school,
Hmm.
we kept those barriers like, no, that's a hard. And also maybe we're girls too. We don't generally like to go for guys younger than us.
Yeah.
But maybe with celebrities, like they don't really go through a normal high school experience. They're
Hmm.
all like homeschooled or have tutors on set. So they're just like, oh, age is just a number.
Yeah. There's like there definitely like is a different, I guess, timeline for them. Like they don't go through the same experiences as us average people.
They're missing out, even though they play high school characters.
Yeah. We should also stop that. We should stop getting like 25-year-olds to play high school characters.
Yeah, it's kind of gross at this point.
I'm looking at you, Riverdale.
And Euphoria. Like, isn't it kind of like you could have set Euphoria to be in like a university
Hmm.
or college,
Why
whatever
does
it
it have to
is?
be high school?
Yeah, why high school? Why do we want to watch like nude high schoolers have sex all the time and go to parties and stuff? Like, this is not a realistic depiction of high schoolers. But then again, we don't have, it was probably a rough area. Like, we don't know. We grew up in an okay area.
You
But
tell them.
still, like, we don't need to see high schoolers having sex. Like, I think there was another article I was reading the other day too. It's like all like television and media is just like so obsessed with minors like having sex with each other, like
Yeah.
sexualizing them so much that now like girls growing up today, like they're so eager to like jump on OnlyFans to jump on like sexualizing themselves in any way because they're like, oh, everyone else is doing it. Look, like we need to do it too to fit in.
Yeah. I think like if you make that decision and you are comfortable with that decision, I think go for it. Go jump on OnlyFans. But if it's like if you think that's going to make you cool, don't do it.
I think it's their way of making some money,
Yeah. Also that.
which is great. We support sex workers,
Yes.
but I think like if you have alternative means and you just turned 18, I think it's something to be mindful of. It's not something you want to jump to just because you see everyone else doing it.
Yeah. Also to like really think about how much money you could make.
Yeah,
Like
maybe not
really
that much because
you
Bella
really
Thorne didn't she like screw everyone over?
yeah. And they had to like release like new rules and stuff because of her.
Yeah, yeah. Bella
So
Thorne sucks. We do not stand her in this podcast.
we do not. Okay. So anyways, 21 beefing with 17-year-old. Bad.
Nice. So I was reading this book my friend recommended to me, Bachelor Nation, and it gives you the inside scoop into it. And it's like you know that the producers have stuff to do with it, but you don't know how much.
Yeah.
Like it's very intense on how much the producers are there to deliberately like get the girls to say the wrong thing on camera or
Hmm.
get them to cry, whatever it is. It's a lot of work, and you can see why producers get paid the big bucks.
Yeah. It'd be kind of cool to be a producer. Like I feel like
That used to be my dream job.
yeah, I feel like I could totally see you doing that.
I don't know if that's a compliment or like an insult to be
I,
like a bachelor producer.
I feel like I could totally see you as a reality TV producer.
Oh man, I think I'm too nice for that.
Yeah, but like I feel like you would get the shot.
I would make what I wanted.
Yeah.
Nice.
Okay.
God, that's so not Hufflepuff of me.
Is that your house?
It changes every year. Like
Oh,
when I recently took it, I was Slytherin.
I was right. I think I said somewhere recently that you were Slytherin.
Oh, maybe who called me Hufflepuff? I think P did. Friend P.
Oh, I don't know who that
Oh,
is.
because my brother is Hufflepuff.
Oh, I think I'm Hufflepuff too.
I would have thought you were Slytherin too.
No, apparently not. But I've only taken it once because it
We need
makes you
to
sign up.
retake it.
Yeah, we should take it.
I just use a fake email
We should take it on like on here and
on
find
the
it
next podcast.
on the next part. Which Harry Potter house are you?
Yeah, comment below or email us what you think Hogwarts house each of us are.
Yeah.
Which Hogwarts house we belong to.
I think I like remember why I was Hufflepuff, but like I can't remember.
When did you take it?
I took it like last year, around like April or Mayish. I don't think I've changed that much since then. So
I don't know. I think doing your MBA would have made you more Slytherin.
I know, right?
MBA tends to do that to people.
Yeah, business is a cutthroat world.
Yeah, retweet.
Okay, so to close it off, our question this week for our viewers is, have you tried any of the trend diets and what worked or didn't work for you? I think we already answered this earlier too.
Yeah, I mean, we want to hear about your experience too.
Yeah.
And tell us too, what else should we talk about next week? What do you want to hear from us? What Hogwarts house do you think we are? Do you want us to stop talking about something? Let us know. We're open.
I would like Maggie to stop talking about cancel culture.
I would like Maggie to be canceled eventually.
Yeah.
I think your feedback will be stop doing the air horn.
Yeah. I mean, no.
I wish I could do it properly.
No, anyways, with that being said, please like us on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, wherever you get your podcasts, or on YouTube, and follow us on Twitter at AM Girls Podcast, or on TikTok when Maggie decides to post at Apologetically Me Podcast.
Woohoo. Okay, thanks for tuning in, guys. See you next week.
See ya.
Bye.